welcome to part 3 of Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we've made it here to Petalburg, and now we're gonna go over to Norman's gym, but first we gotta heal. Because after all, I've been trying to XP share manually, not with the actual item, the Pokemon that I happen to have. On top of making Mudkip strong enough to sweep Roxanne's gym in Rustboro. Almost said Roxborough. I meant to say Rustboro. But, whatever the case, folks, now that we have Pokeballs, we can actually go and buy some Pokeballs. And we can also buy X-Speed here, too. Like, we really need X-Speed. We do need antidotes, though. And why didn't I buy any? I don't know. Oh wait, I did buy some. Never mind, I bought 3. We're good. I'll just have to beat up a couple of more trainers to come back here. Now, this guy is pointing out the obvious with Pokemon. I have already gotten at least 2 games under my belt thus far. But we managed to come here, and we meet Dad, and now we're going to have a special little mission for him. But more importantly, it seems that Norman realizes that I've become a Pokemon trainer to follow in his footsteps. However, we meet the actual side plot, the more important side plot than Team Aqua and Team Magma. Oh, don't worry, we'll get to Team Aqua later. Right now, we are meeting Wally. And Wally, this guy's progress is phenomenal. Too bad Emerald does not really do much with it, and neither does Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Nothing redeems Gen 3 in some good aspects. Now, we're helping Wally to get himself his first Pokemon so he can go on an adventure, so he'll stop staying at home and being sick. Needless to say, this is a touching moment, and believe it or not, the Pokemon you help him catch is going to be the bane of your existence by the end of the game. I promise you that. Quite frankly, because the Pokemon he'll help you catch is one of the rare Pokemon that actually appear in the grass. And I do mean rare by a high rarity, because normally you'll run into Zigzagoons, Wingulls, and possibly Poochyunas, and a Lotad if you're lucky. This is the rare one I'm talking about, Ralts. Now, for those of you who aren't aware of Ralts, Ralts eventually becomes Gardevoir. Gen 3 is so goddamn imbalanced. Gardevoir is one of the strongest new grass types in the game, next to Shiftry. That's my opinion. Others may see otherwise. But here's the thing. Again, Ralts is one of the strongest grass types. Quite frankly, one of the better grass types in the game, and you're gonna probably have to use Ralts to completely annihilate Wallace's team, due to the fact that Wallace's team consists of water. So, yeah, Wallace's team is definitely easy pickings, especially since he has a Quillfish. The thing about Gardevoir, the only way for you to evolve Gardevoir is if you have, I forgot what Ralts' second evolutionary form is, and you up that second evolutionary's friendship value so that it could become a Gardevoir. Thankfully, Impossible Evolutions is on, because fuck that shit! Oh boy. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Impossible Evolutions is a godsend. I know that sounds like cheating, but you know what? There's just some Pokemon that you want right then and there to do your bidding, and although you're not going to be able to pull that off with the handheld games, in emulators, by all means, it's fair game. So now, we won't be able to come back to Petalburg to challenge Norman for the next 4 gyms. No, really, he's the 5th gym of the game, so it's sort of like Viridian City. You know, just like back in the day of Pokemon Gen 1, the difference is Viridian City was the last one and it was ran by a criminal organization. Here, this is the 5th one, and it's going to be run by your father. And should you have the right Pokemon, it would be complete and total cakewalk. And if you have the wrong Pokemon, you'll probably be whited out a couple of times. Just saying. On that note, we're going to have to leave, and we're going to head over to Rustboro. I just stuttered. Oh, wait. There's this guy here. He's the guy that's going to start a trend that will constantly be an annoyance in future games. And that is the Pokemon interviewer. He'll end up giving you keywords that will pretty much show how you're expressing or whatnot. Or more importantly, he'll end up taking a picture or something of that nature. And, of course, Gen 6 is where he gets to be more annoying. Especially by the time you get to the last gym. You have to stop what you're doing and literally call him over to take a picture. Oh, and by the way, I was scratching my leg there for a second because, yeah, it itches. Anyway, now that Wally's got his Pokemon, now we can go on ahead and continue on to, where am I going? Oh, right, I was actually checking to see if I could find an item. So, let's see if you get some. If you have something for me. No? Ugh. She doesn't have anything either. She's just wondering about actually going this way and that way, or whatever the hell. And here I thought they actually had something lying about. Oh, right, I forgot. This is Gen 3. They took out that little option to find hidden stuff in the area. So, on that note, we're not literally far away. We're like maybe 1 block away. It's not too far. It's actually a walk or a run, thanks to the running shoes. So, since there's no hidden items here, let's continue on. So, we're starting off in Route 102. But bear in mind, there are trainers that's going to battle you if you lock eyes with them. And also if you attract them. Like this one right here, who's constantly roaming. And then there's the fisherman. Might as well just, battle this guy. I mean, the other guy's a type of fisherman, but he'll end up battling you later. So, we start off with a fisherman. And Fisherman Darien is gonna bring out Magikarp. How completely underwhelming. How completely underwhelming, and this Magikarp does not even know Tackle. Well, I don't know what to tell you, I've got nothing. I've got nothing. And he's just splashing. By the way, there's nothing anybody can do to actually save Magikarp. I mean, Magikarp will only become a badass once it gets to 20. And that's when it evolves into a Gyarados. Now, it's only a shame that his splash attack is actually just him trying, jumping up and down and splashing in the water, as opposed to actually being an attack. Now, if it was an attack, I'd be worried. But since it's not, I'm not. And thanks to that, Zigzagoon now is at level 5, and Mudkip is now at level 10. So that way, we can finally move on. Now then. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, I'll be right back. Something was caught in my throat. Sorry about that, there was something in my throat. Anyway, my RPG instincts was kicking in and I was looking at every nook and cranny, because after all, that's what you do in a Pokemon game. When you see stuff that can be examined, you might get an item. There's rarely any spots for that in Gen 3. I mean, there are some, but not as much as there were in Gen 2 and Gen 1. And I don't think the item finder exists in this gen. It will be available in Gen 4. And I think that's the last game I see it, because I don't think it's in Gen 5, because I know for a fact that it's not. And I have White. Anyway, this is how you deal with a walking encounter. You run into the walking encounter. Oh, and by the way, there are no in-battle effects. That's gonna be in Gen 4. However, the scenery changes with every battle area you're in. Instead of just having a white screen like there was in Gen 1 and 2, and whatever area you're in, there's going to be a change of scenery. Like, for instance, you're fighting in water, you're going to be fighting on water. If you're fighting on the beach, you're going to be fighting in the beach. You're fighting in the forest, you're going to be fighting in the forest. I'll give props where props is due. And then somehow Gen 5 went there and took all that away. Or rather, Gen 4, if I'm not mistaken. Instead of having, like, the scenery, they'll have the plain white screen with the Pokemon. At least the sprites move in Gen 5, at least. But whatever the case, folks, we defeated one of the Pokemon. Now we're gonna try to get Poochyena. Why do I keep saying Mightyena? I know I want this Pokemon to evolve, and there's a national Pokedex after you beat the game, but still. In all honesty, this was a stupid move on my part because, well, see, here's the thing. This Seedot's a grass-type Pokemon, and that's, by the way, the first form of Shiftry. Oh, yeah. How do I know? Because Shiftry is one of the Pokemon that I actually used when I first played Gen 3, and that's why I'm so grateful for Shiftry. Because Seedot will learn Bullet Seed, and eventually Shiftry will end up learning Leaf Blade, and Leaf Blade's a damn good move for grass types. Available in this gen and gets stronger as time goes on, I think. Somebody could correct me on this, but Leaf Blade's a damn good move. Ooh, that's actually a good move to learn too. Poochyena learning Howl. Think of it as its own, like, signature, how should I put this? Pump up, yeah, that's right, pump up. I said pump up, not focus. I was about to say focus, energy, but pump up is a lot more of a more accurate description. Like, it just beefs up attack. And I'm pretty sure that it is also available for Houndoom as well. Sorry. Yeah, Houndour and Houndour actually has that. However, you're not going to be able to get them until you beat the game. You know, National Pokedex. So we're going to switch around Lotad this time around and have him as the starter. Or her. Because, ironically enough, almost every one of my Pokemon are female. Or I think that's a male Lotad, I'm not sure. When it comes down to certain Pokemon, there's no distinct difference in them except in certain species of Pokemon. And that, however, ends up being a starting thing here in this gen. Because if I'm not mistaken, Q-Beam makes its actual appearance here in this gen, and Vespiquen is the ultimate form for a female Q-Beam, and the male Q-Beam is just SOL. But we meet ladies. Ladies normally carry cute Pokemon, obviously a Zigzagoon, but ladies will most of the time carry normal type Pokemon. But like I said, they're normally cute. Sometimes a lady will end up having a Meryl or Azurel. Keep an eye out for that. That'll probably be way later on. But yes, as I stated earlier, water is kind of the go-to thing in Pokemon. Meanwhile, in Gen 6, for some unknown reason, there's an overabundance of Fairy type. Well, not really an overabundance of Fairy type, just certain first-gen Pokemon made into Fairy type just to fill up the status quo. Just saying! So, I've got Astonish, and I know how to use it. And that's a good thing to have when you have Lotad that is kind of weak. Astonish definitely works against Ghost-type Pokemon and Psychic types. Nothing like a good old-fashioned bitch slap. Which, by the way, Astonish ends up becoming in later gens. That's why it's such a... it's such an awesome move, and it has the ability to make people flinch. And I'm trying to catch this Wingull, but I ended up doing something completely stupid, bringing in Mudkip and accidentally knocking it out. Don't worry, I'll get you. I'll get you later. Cause see, here's the thing, Wingulls can definitely be used for Broly's gym, or Brawly, might as well say. It sounds like Broly, but it's Brawly. Especially for that Hariyama that happens to be in his gym. God forbid you need a flying type. And of course, a fly slave as well. That's another reason why you need a Wingull. And a Wingull is very early on in the game. So, while we're here, we could just Astonish Wurmple and smack the crap out of it. That's right, from here on in, Astonish will now be known as Ghostly Bitch Slap. But we're going to switch up, since all this Wurmple is going to do is just use String Shot. Oh, and don't worry, the Petalburg Forest is nowhere near as atrocious as the Viridian Forest. God have mercy, the Viridian Forest was atrocious. And the Alex Forest wasn't that bad either. Now then, we got another Wurmple. So, who should we switch out with? Oh, let's give Zigzagoon some shine. Eventually, they'll come to the point where they'll actually be in the forefront, actually doing some damage, as opposed to just being used as an experience share. Oh, wait, it's actually learning Tackle? Okay! We got a fight here, folks! And then it uses String Shot. Way to lower my expectations. Alright. Done. See? There we go. It's come to the point where now Zigzagoon can actually handle his own. Damn! Damn, I wanted him to level up. I want him to level up. That's just so soul-crushing. Good news is, Wormpool doesn't learn any bug-type moves until it's about to evolve into Silcoon or Cascoon. No, actually, I think it doesn't do that either until it actually evolves to its final forms, depending on how well you treat it. Yeah, by the way, I made a mistake and thought that Silcoon and Cascoon actually evolved by day or night. That's actually a lie. They evolve by friendship status. If Wormpool hates you, it becomes a Cascoon. Wormpool likes you, it becomes a Silcoon. Which does not really matter, because later on in the forest you can catch Silcoon and Cascoon anyway, so what's the point? Just to fill out the Pokedex, I suppose. So now, Ghostly Bitch Slap! Oh wait, the tackle actually starting to do something now. Ha! It missed! Take another bitch slap! Oh, now the string shot actually hit. Bogus! And now, it's using more string shot. Okay, okay. It's okay, Lotad can handle it from here. One more ghastly bitch slap and he's done. Yes, I'm calling it that. And that's the way it's going to be, because for some reason, Gen 4 and 5, it's a purple hand smacking the Pokemon. I kid you not, that's what it is. And Lotad's at level 6. Okay, good, good. Now, all I just need is Lotad to be at the same level as Mudkip, and then I got the appropriate backup. And I gotta be careful, though, because while I'm leveling these Pokemon, I don't want to go over level 20 or else they'll start being disobedient. And that's the one thing that'll never change. Until... Actually, no, that's the one thing that'll level change. Because, here's the thing. Ooh. Actually, we've walked into the plot. But as I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Gen 3 is going to be the last time you're going to have Pokemon badges giving your Pokemon boost. Because I don't think they do that in Gen 4. No, wait, no, I think they stopped that at Gen 5. That's what it is. Because Gen 6, I ended up beating that earlier, and it basically has no boosts with every gym badge you get. And it allows you to actually, it allows you to do some things outside of battle, but still, like rock climb and things of that nature. But other than that, there's not too much special about the gym badges. Whatever the case, the plot's barely avoidable. See, we're introduced to Team Aqua in Sapphire and also in Emerald. You run into a Team Aqua goon here in the Petalburg Forest. In Ruby, you run into a Team Magma grunt. Now, normally, Team Aqua grunts carry water-type Pokemon. Not necessarily the case here. And as you can see, Poochyena just demonstrate what Howl does. Meaning the next attack Poochyena does is going to be dangerous. Meanwhile, he just uses Pocket Sand. Okay, feel the wrath of Pocket Mud. Mine is stronger. Thou shalt not underestimate the Pocket Mud. And Lotad grew to level 7. Fantastic. And it learned Absorb. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I wanted to do. And I defeated the Team Aqua Grunt. And these grunts are not going to be as easy as you see. They will have a little bit of a challenge to them eventually in Emerald. In Sapphire, they're all a bunch of kicking toys. Even Archie. Speaking of which, what's happening here? Team Aqua is raiding the town in Rustboro, or Team Magma and Ruby, to try to get a device to help them with their sinister plan. For Team Aqua is to flood the entirety of the area, so that water will be reigning supreme in, well, as far as for Team Magma's whole ordeal, they want to fill the world with land, so that land will be the dominant force. And here's the thing. Both of those men are doing something that is scientifically in the favor of water, thanks to the polar ice caps. But nonetheless, we're going to stop right here in Petalburg Forest, and in the next episode, we are going to be heading out of the Petalburg Forest and into Rustboro City. This is RVMan985. I'll see you guys next time, and get used to seeing Team Aqua and Team Magma.